So here we are again. Let's talk about Jack-ish. I forgot I can't cuss on YouTube yet. Let's talk about Jack Doherty, however you say his name. Because he's apparently he's desperate after destroying his career. Because you guys know that, his girlfriend left him. He just keeps grabbing at straws, trying to get other big streamers to notice him, and like gifting them a bunch of subs in order to get their attention. But it's been failing. He's been, overpaying rappers for just very little work. He's been crashing out a slow decline, and it's been entertaining to watch. It's kind of like karma is slowly slapping the shit out of him, and it's nice. Feels good. But anyway, here's this video. Jack Doherty is now desperate after destroying his career by the YouTube channel Atozy. Atozy. Anyway, Atozy. Links will be in the description.
Excuse of an IRL streamer is now desperate after destroying his career and losing his now ex-girlfriend, as he's now doing more and more reckless stuff in the name of content and I guess getting back the attention of his ex-girlfriend. Jack Doherty just casually live streamed himself breaking into someone else's house because I guess harassing people for content doesn't cut it anymore.
Sorry, little house security camera. Oh wait, maybe this isn't good, Jack. Oh wait, yeah, maybe not.
What?
Maybe not. His camera.
Why is he doing this?
Bold move to do that in Florida. I swear, this dude is just inching closer and closer to Darwin.
I believe he said that because Florida's like an open carry state. It's a gun state kind of thing.
By the day. But after dodging any real consequences for years, Jack's new strategy is, I guess, to just outright live stream himself committing felonies. However, today's video isn't just about like one stupid.
Okay, him doing this, I want to say that he's doing this because like it is a desperate move for attention, but at the same time, he should know what's been happening to people like Vitaly and Johnny Somali. I'm sure he knows about them, right? So why would he want to go and do all these things that could land him in prison or, Dunzo? Especially in America, and especially, I'm guessing Florida's a gun state, so why? Why would he do this?
Decision, there's a handful of stuff to talk about. So first, what happened? Well, Jack is now back in Florida, and on May 10th, 2025, during one of his streams outside, he decided to make a small visit to the neighborhood of the house that he used to rent in 2021, which is now someone else's home.
I used to walk here all the time, and I'd be like, ooh, dude, this is Michael, were you friends with me at this house?
I've been here.
I would wear all my jewelry, no security guard, be a drunk ass. I don't remember half the nights, like I lived at this house and I got so drunk. Just kidding, I wasn't like an alcoholic for like one month, like that's it. We had one crazy month, spring break, whatever. But like, bro, no one ever touched me or took my. But I would literally live right here. We would walk here all the time, with Ubers out, but hate country. That was fun. I was like 18. I was 18 when I moved here.
Yeah. This is crazy.
Yeah. Now I'm 21, 3 years later. I copped a crib in Florida. I should have copped the crib when I moved here. I could have bought my house in cash just using all the rent money I spent the past couple of years being here. But
probably could have.
So this house that we're going to right now is $10,500 a month in rent. Which isn't that bad.
After he arrives, he talks about his last memories living there, reliving moments, and taking his audience on a tour, showing where the things used to be.
Should we knock on the door?
Yeah, maybe. It's like 10 o'clock. My neighbor's on the left side.
Why?
Right here.
Really?
Right there.
Wow, this is crazy.
Guys, like, this is my OG house. Look like no one's living here. No way.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be so quick to assume that here. I mean, it's nighttime. It's the summer. Sunset's pretty late now. What if it's just a family with young kids that went to bed early?
I lived in this house 3 years ago when I first came to Florida.
Hey, cat. Ow, you gotta get down, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Gassing?
No, we're good. All right.
Guys, I moved into this house 3 years ago when I first moved to Florida, and I lived here for like 10 months, and then it flooded on me. And then there was a crazy storm, and there was water up to here. Like there was water all the way up to here, and then we would walk. We had to walk out of the house and evacuate with like the dogs and like we were taking the dogs. We'd walk all the way down the road, like a mile down the road in waist deep of water, not even knowing where we were going because it was just insane. This whole entire neighborhood flooded, except that house. That house didn't get touched. It was elevated.
So at this moment, he believes no one.
It feels like most of that is very exaggerated or just a lie. I don't know.
One's currently living there. So he decides he's gonna go finesse the fence gate, kind of wrench it open a bit, even though his cameraman reasonably recommends him to absolutely not do that since, you know, there's cameras everywhere. But
I like how the cameraman is the voice of reason. At least like somebody's gotta be for that kid, right? Somebody's gotta be the voice of reason. But he is not listening.
he does it anyway.
Show your little house.
Security camera. Yo, wait, maybe this isn't a good idea, Jack.
How did I used to get in the gate?
Oh, wait, yeah, maybe not.
What?
Maybe not. His camera.
Bro, what are you doing?
This is OD.
This isn't him just being silly. He's live streaming himself breaking into a property. At this point, like, there's just a handful of IRL streamers having one big stupid off. Like, it's just this big game of whoever can do the dumbest thing possible and label it content.
And whoever owns the property, can't they, press charges for breaking and entering? I mean, he's recording himself doing the act. Ow, bro. Oh, okay, you cannot come on my lap right now. Chill. He's recording himself breaking the law. He's recording himself doing the act. So whoever owns the house, if they find out, can't they just press charges for breaking and entering?
Yeah.
Why would he think it's a good idea?
Ah. Thank you.
Okay, at this point it's getting ridiculous. Like, if you're a homeowner looking at the security camera footage, you are 100% thinking you're being robbed.
Bro.
I mean, you have a whole van driver in what you could think could be a getaway vehicle. Pull up, throw a flashlight to them as they're trying to get into your back door. And again, this is happening in Florida. So he was lucky nobody was home, because if they were, things could have gotten real ugly real quick in the name of self-defense.
Oh, it's right there. Look, you see it? Right here. Look, up more. It's that right there. That thing to pull.
You're on this side.
It's right here. Check, I'm looking at it. Look, the thing to pull. See it right there?
I thought so. Oh. There we go.
Bruh.
Yeah, that's not even just trespassing. That would be the case if the gate was open and he just entered the property without the owner's permission. But the moment he jumped over that gate and unlocked it from the inside, he committed breaking and entering. That right there is a felony in most states, definitely in Florida, classified as a third-degree felony. So after he breaks it open, he takes us on a short little walkthrough of his OG house. And I guess
Hold up. Punishment for breaking and entering. As with what consults the crime of breaking and entering. Court-ordered community service hours. Fines generally less than $1,000. Criminal restitution or repayment of instance of property damage and or probation, either independently or paired with jail time. So it doesn't sound like it's extremely harsh, punishment, but severe property damage. If he takes anything, he's fucked up, looks like. Anyway.
I guess this time from the inside before they all turn around and start running away from there.
Dude, this light's insane. No, we're breaking in. Chris, you go first.
No, I'm scared. Like,
This is my old backyard, bro. Look at it.
Oh, they put the net.
Yo, there's got the guest house here. There's vibe. I'll jump off the roof into the pool every day. But let's go before we all die. Cool house, alright? Guys, W, break and enter. We're trespassing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you already did that by spending like 5 minutes trying to open that gate.
He
But
knew what
that
he was
quick
doing.
shot for the stream is what he committed a felony for. Just this quick little pan. They ran it back and they were like, oh, yeah, I jumped off that roof and into the pool. Remember that, guys? Yeah, it was really cool back in the day. Well, that's massively, absolutely not worth it in my book, and could have easily just been done in a recap. It's not like this guy doesn't have an editor. He could be like, hey, play the clip of me jumping from the roof into the pool. And just like that, you didn't have to commit a felony. Instead, you committed a felony to, I guess...
Wait for it.
Actually, I don't know why he committed a felony. What for that shot? Really? Okay.
He wanted to seem cool because he's desperate for clout. He needs something. Remember, he's going broke or whatever. He's even been seen on TikTok begging for money. So.
Wait, shut that. No, you're good. Let's go.
Sorry.
that's scary.
The stupidity of this guy baffles me sometimes. If you want to go down memory lane, by all means, react to your old videos. You have so much footage of you living there. Why aren't you just doing that? Why do you want to break into your old house? I guess Jack is just on a mission to be content for commentary channels forever, because what is this, man? But I guess after sticking around a little more to smoke, he asked his bodyguards to ding dong ditch his old neighbor, because I guess he's still a child. We actually knew this, but still, this guy will not grow up whatsoever. Apparently, he had beef back in 2021 with his old neighbor.
I can't believe there's actually still people out there who think ding dong ditching is funny. Like, that shit is so old and lame, bro. Like, really? We're still doing this?
Surprise, surprise, this guy has beef with everyone, because apparently nobody ever has a pleasant experience dealing with this guy.
Ding dong ditch. Should I ding dong ditch my old neighbor that hates me?
Yo, you dead ass shouldn't.
Oh, it looks like he got it from his chat. That's probably why. And it's probably a very tiny kid in his chat. So, of course, they thought it was funny.
Just hop in the whip.
You think?
Yeah, and then we do it.
I'll blame it on Dave. Dave, can you go ding dong ditch him, please? Please?
Look at him.
Please. Which one? Right there, right there.
Holy shit, look at that guy's TV. It's huge.
Go away.
Yeah, you see it
It's
from all
out.
over here.
Good, ding dong ditch him. Look.
I'm gonna blame it on him. Hey, man, can you go do that? Can you? He's like, please. Oh, fuck this kid.
Guys, I just shoot him. Every day, chat.
Should we go have a genuine conversation with him though? Oh, he did it. He did it in room.
Holy shit, he really just done it. He lied. He dropped his phone. He dropped his phone. They're gonna see you on the ring bell. Cooked on the ring bell.
Right. Okay. So during a conversation with his cameraman while reminiscing about the good old days, the guy suggested, hey, do you want to give this neighbor $10,000 for that? But Jack said that he would have done it back when he was making more money.
Give me 10K for what? Being a
Yeah.
Alright, bet. That's something I would do.
So,
The jokes. Back when the income was a lot higher, you know? Would have done that. These days?
It's kind of funny to watch Jack saying stuff like that. I mean, the guy is 21, barely.
Bro, how do you fuck that up? Like, did his parents not even, like, I'm sure his parents tried to give him some advice and he just probably didn't listen. But like, damn, bro. How do you fuck up money like that when you're at your peak? I don't get it, man.
old enough to legally
I love money too much to fuck it up like that.
drink, and he's already talking about the glory days of making a bunch of money. But I guess what is kind of ironic is for some reason after that moment of him essentially stalking the FaZe clan and showing up to their house. They've just been sworn enemies since. I guess that one moment of FaZe Rain ignoring him as he drove by Jack in his Audi R8 turned Jack into that kid from The Incredibles who then became a villain.
Fly home, buddy. I work alone.
It tore me apart, but I learned an important lesson. You can't count on anyone, especially your heroes.
Well, we'll get into that shortly. So this brings us to a bigger picture because remember.
So do you think that if FaZe Rain or whatever had actually, you know, stopped the car, got out, talked to him, did, you know, maybe take a picture or whatever, like, do you think Jack would have become a better kid, a better person? Or did the rejection turn him into the annoyance that he is now? It's always the little things, little decisions that you make that could change they could have a huge butterfly effect in the future. Damn.
Jack's financial situation, as he says, is no longer what it used to be. And there's a very particular reason for that, because his income has lowered recently because, let's remember, McKinley broke up with him. So we think. It seems like it, at least. Who knows? This might all just be one massive psyop to promote their OFs. They're definitely playing the long game if that's true, but who knows? You never know with these kind of people. But either way, Jack did not handle it well at all.
She just called the cops on me, packed all her, took her car, everything. Insane, bro. I can't believe I dated that for the past 2 years, bro. It doesn't even seem real. Oh, she's been plotting this for a minute. This used me for money. For real. For sure. I never thought it would be possible, but it's obvious. It's like no flips like that in 24 hours, changed their passwords to absolutely everything.
The guy essentially had a complete meltdown about.
I mean, I don't doubt that she was playing the lead for a while. I'm sure she's been emotionally broken up with him for maybe months. You know what I'm saying? Before you're actually doing it, she's probably been tired of this dude and his shenanigans and having to be a part of that shit. She was like, "You're taking." She could see that he was taking himself down. She wasn't trying to be a part of it.
How fake girls were, mainly because his income was, you know, it was about to decrease, and he said that he wasn't going to be making the same amount of money anymore.
Girls are the fake it. You guys wouldn't even believe it. I thought everything was okay. Instead of talking to me, this bitch has been plotting the past 24 hours. She changed all of her passwords to all of her social media accounts that I blew the up because she's my girlfriend. And she just took evil, bro, evil. She just took 500 grand a month from me. Evil, bro. She's been plotting. She used me the past 2 years to. I can't believe it. I'm so mad. This is like the last actual real person I thought I had in my life. 24 hours gone like that.
He said,
when you are the type of person that you are and you exude that energy, you're going to attract the same type of shit. You know what I'm saying? You're going to attract the same type of people to you. So if you don't work on yourself, then nothing's gonna change, and you can't get mad at what happens. For when you are who you are and you're attracting who you attract. I mean, bro, like you were dating an OF chick.
that he abandoned all of his projects because he sacrificed his businesses. Businesses, by the way, consisted of, you know, harassing strangers on the street and then hiding behind his bodyguard. Actually, that was just his hobby. That wasn't even his business. Or, well, I guess he was making some money from it, but more hobby money. His real business was managing OF girls, and he allegedly ditched all these other OF girls to make McKinley his only business. It's so bizarre just calling women businesses like that because yeah, it's a slippery slope. But essentially his business was, you know, commoditizing these women's bodies and pimping them out. And then to make things even worse, when you realize who watches Jack, kids, that's who's being advertised this crap to. Overall, safe to say, not a fan. Clearly, this breakup is still majorly affecting him, even though he already has a new girl, because he keeps complaining about throwing all this money away on his ex-girlfriend.
I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on this girl. I spent 800 days in a row with this girl, and this is how I get treated. Like, what the?
Yeah, dude says all.
I mean, low key, that seems like a clip from before he got with a new girlfriend. So it's it's hard for me to agree that he's still saying that while he's got a new girlfriend, because that looks like a clip from before he got her.
Girls are fake, and then proceeds to keep throwing money at his current girlfriend.
How much does this one cost? Let's add it up.
You only spent like 6 or 7K at Louis.
I took her to LA. I'm taking her to Dubai. I also just sent her like 50K recently. So like about 100K in the first couple of weeks. That's not that bad, right?
I have never seen someone compensate more with money for a lack of personality than this dude. But I guess this whole shtick is like very amped up now because he really needs to show that
It's like, look, I'm giving her money. She won't leave me, right? She won't. This one's gonna be. She'll be true to me, right? I can buy her loyalty, right? I can buy her, right?
he still has money now with all these public financial L's he's been taking recently. And he also keeps on saying that he's learned his lesson now.
I'm happy that that happened in a way where it's like I learned my lesson in the best possible outcome. Like no one got like seriously injured. Like
meanwhile, I mean, he's out here spending $500,000 to buy 2 chains, allegedly, if that's even true, despite his numerous complaints about money and despite confirming that his chain robbery was real and not staged.
Now you got a new chain now.
yes, sir.
What is that, like princess cut baguettes, or what is, like, what do you call that?
Emeralds and diamonds.
Man, that is insane, bro. Let me ask you this, man. I'm watching the Nelk Boys podcast, and they're basically saying that everything was set up and that it wasn't real and that you were doing it for content. Is that true?
No, it's not true at all. I mean, like there's a police report. We had a million cops on Rodeo Drive. Like they shut down a whole entire store just to do like this swab my like everything and stuff. Like, bro, if we set it up, we would have had the video by now. But it's like we have to go through attorneys and stuff and get the video. It's a whole process and stuff. But I'm gonna get the video eventually, and everyone's gonna be like, all right, it was real. But
even though, I mean, if you look at the comments of my video on that, a lot of people think it's fake, including Nico Linard, who is a famous watch collector, because the thing that set him off was, why was the extremely expensive watch not stolen off his wrist? I don't know. There could be some reasons for it. I think that the chains are just easier to grab. And number two, for someone who doesn't know what Richard Milles are, it could easily look like some watch from Amazon. Let's be real here. If we went to Amazon right here, look, and then we type in.
Yeah, but if you're wearing chains that cost a lot, why would you, if your target is wearing chains that you think cost a lot, why would you think their watch isn't worth anything?
Richard Mille lookalike watches. We got this brand right here, Pasoy luxury chronograph watch, $37, and it looks to an untrained eye absolutely abysmal, but still people could think he was just wearing a $37 watch realistically. But either way, I mean, he claims he didn't have insurance. It seems like he took a massive L there, and he also, like, you know, filed a police report and all that stuff. So for now, we'll take it at face value until something comes out that contradicts that. But you know, he totally learned his lesson by going out and buying 2 more expensive chains. But the thing he doesn't realize is nobody cares about his chains.
He's like, damn, my shit got stolen. Well, gotta go spend money just to get more because I have an image I have an image that my ego wants me to uphold. So let me make sure I go spend some more money on these chains, even though apparently you ain't making money apparently like you used to. And you should probably start doing better with your expenses. Think smarter.
Get your chain back. Come on, get your chain back, though.
all right, first of all, those aren't even my chains, but whoever actually robbed me, you can keep them because I just bought 2 new chains for $500,000, so had to upgrade on them. But yeah, everyone thinks I had insurance on the first 2 chains. I didn't. You know, lesson learned, so I got insurance on these bad boys. Let's go.
But I guess while he goes out and spends an outrageous amount of money on some new chains, the only thing his comments and I guess community is talking about is how another streamer by the name of Lacey took his ex-girlfriend. And that also is really hurting his ego. So I guess this is where the story kind of progresses. But first, who is Lacey? Lacey is Nicholas Fosco. He's a Fortnite streamer who is also a new generation member of FaZe Clan, an esports organization and content creator group that has historically used shared living house space as a hub for content creation and collaboration, known as the FaZe House. But as I mentioned earlier, it seems like Jack's storyline intertwines with the FaZe Clan yet again. The dude showed up uninvited to their house once like he was a 13-year-old fan, and now 8 years later, a FaZe member is dating his ex-girlfriend. So apparently after this breakup, McKinley moved on and started going on dates with Lacey. And of course, they were very public about it because, you know, this is all set up for content. This is all just one big top of the line funnel for this chick to get subs on OF.
I do remember seeing a clip where Lacey apparently she used a picture of her and him
blatantly obvious
on her OF during and promoted use that picture to promote her OF, and Lacey had to make a statement saying that there's no pictures or clips of him and her, you know, on her actual site. She's just using his image to that picture that she took with him. She's using him to promote her shit. There's nothing there. So,
obvious.
I don't know what's more beautiful, the fireworks or you.
I don't know if Lacey is like,
nigga, come on, bro.
You know, in on the shtick or not, or if he's just like blind to being used for that kind of stuff, but who knows? Either way, McKinley would appear on his streams. They'd be flirting all the time. He set up picnics for her. At the end of the day, he just wants to make content, and obviously he's getting the added bonus effect of, oh look, he's bringing out Jack Doherty's ex-girlfriend, and you know, the internet hates Jack, so it's kind of funny.
That makes roll.
Are you kidding me?
I had a little picnic on the beach. A little picnic on the beach. I had to set it up.
Nice.
Of course.
Aw.
I don't know
This is the most romantic thing I've ever done.
Really?
Yeah.
This is a picnic.
I know.
Is that like a fruit trade thing? And some chips, some Lay's, and some water?
Thing I've ever done.
Really?
Yeah.
This is a picnic.
I know.
And of course, Jack really reacts to this. And this is where his desperation starts to show. Because while standing right next to his now current girlfriend, Christina, Jack decided to donate to Lacey's stream. Not once, but at least twice.
Get down.
If you give some more subs. Get this sub, chat. Gift one sub. That's all he's getting now.
They're close for babies.
I'm not going on that right after this.
Yeah, I'm not going on a roller coaster after that being closed.
What's higher, chat? Body count or view count? No, I'm kidding.
Animal Kingdom. For both rides to be closed for babies. Are you kidding me?
And the petting zoo. Like everything you wanted.
To get them to a sub. 5 more.
This guy is desperate. Like, how bad do you miss her, bro? Like, you didn't even give yourself time to process. You just went and got another girl, just keep an image up or some shit, and then act like you don't care. But then you do shit like this that shows you constantly still thinking about it, bro. She broke your heart. Like, damn, bro. She turned your balls into mashed potatoes, bro. Like, you're done, though. You need to process that breakup. You don't need to be doing whatever you're doing right now.
5 more incoming.
You're damn
5 more
so
subs
done.
incoming. Guys, should I gift more subs?
Okay, Drew, can you check the rides in Pandora? Wait.
Oh, he's right there, okay.
Who?
Baby.
Unbelievable.
W little baby. Show.
Seriously,
Okay,
Disney?
yeah.
Dude, I mean, the secondhand embarrassment here is absolute mind-boggling.
Yeah, I feel
like,
sorry for her.
imagine being so down bad for your ex-girlfriend that you're throwing money, not at her, but at the guy she's going on dates with, all while your current girlfriend is standing right next to you. I mean, no wonder this dude is out here saying he's spending $500,000 on chains, because clearly he really has to compensate for something. The bar was set so low, but this man just kept dropping it further down. And this wasn't the only time he caught wind from someone in his chat either, because there was another incident where kick streamer Jake Future commented on Jack's stream that he had gone on an E-date with McKinley back in 2022, and Jack responded like this.
Pull up, actually. I don't go. I'll fight you with my broken collarbone. You're such a like. I know The only muscles you have are in your little fingers, bro, because you're such a keyboard warrior. You. All right? I'll your family.
I mean, the guy just can't help himself. Every time someone mentions McKinley, he has to engage. Even when his current girlfriend, Christiana, not Timu McKinley as his entire chat calls her.
Timu
Again, that
McKinley.
must suck. Imagine you're dating this girl, it ends, you immediately find a new girl,
That looks
and
just
then
like
your
her.
entire community refers to her as the Timu version of your ex.
What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell?
Honestly, skill issue on him for cultivating that kind of audience. But back to McKinley and Lacey. She told a story about when she was still together with him and they were robbed at gunpoint. Jack, immediately after this traumatic experience, instead of
I can't get off it. Like, your girl broke up with you, so you went and found someone that looked exactly like her. Well, not exactly like her, but it's just like the same look as her. You know what I'm saying? Like, and girls like to say, "You'll never find someone like me."
comforting her, Jack showed up, stuck a camera in
True personality-wise, but not true look-wise.
her face and started filming. That is right on brand for this
Probably not even true personality-wise.
guy, honestly.
Where's all the money? He had a bag. He had a mask.
God, I'm so sorry.
He literally put a gun to my head. I almost died. Then he came out but stole my wallet. So like it wasn't that bad.
I'm so
but
sorry.
It's okay.
Bruh. Yep, brunette and like the blonde stripes at the very beginning. And the other chick has the same thing.
Gotta be
No,
traumatized.
it's literally the most traumatizing thing ever, but
At least it wasn't on camera.
it was on camera.
Oh.
Not the robbery, but like after the facts.
What do you mean?
Like my ex literally filmed it after.
Oh, he didn't turn the stream off?
No. No.
Interesting.
He said he wanted me to tell a story to get clips on TikTok, and I said I don't care about that. And I was just like, I'm kind of like traumatized right now. You can literally find it on TikTok, but
That is...
so if you and I work out, and if I got robbed, would you still stream?
First
like,
of all,
after?
if me and you worked out, you would never be in a position to get robbed.
But obviously, this isn't like a happy ever after love story either, because, you know, clearly this was a top of the line funnel to get attention, because it turns out while Lacey was saying, hey, he was all cuffed up with this girl and going out with McKinley.
Bro, listen, I'm locked in right now, bro. I'm cuffed. Oh, no more girls. Wait, I didn't hear that. What did you say? You said you're cuffed? No, I'm not cuffed. I'm hanging out with one girl right now.
Yeah, the one that the other dude, right?
She decided to use his image to promote her content on OF without
without his knowledge. This is what I was talking about earlier. But at the same time, like, bro, again, you know what she just left Jack and what she apparently did to him, how she did him, or how she left him feeling. Like, why would you assume she's not gonna do the same thing to you?
Without his permission, allegedly. Lacey then had to clarify that they were just friends, nothing serious ever happened between them, and he had never appeared in any of her adult content. It was all, I guess, clickbait. So not only did she potentially break his heart, but she also kind of put him in a situation where he has a pretty good case against her if he decides to sue her. And this is definitely not the first time McKinley has used some questionable strategies, to say the least, to promote herself. Like this clip, she has a podcast type TikTok with a friend who says this.
Who's the most famous person you've done it with?
I actually only have one body, and it was Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast?
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah, he's like my only body, but I have herpes now.
Are you kidding me? He really unleashed the beast.
Yeah, he unleashed my beast.
The bar was low, but really, they have to keep on lowering it? Is this really how we're promoting our content now? Really? Well, you don't need to be a part of an intelligence agency to know that this woman is lying through her teeth here. It's actually kind of baffling that they would actually be this reckless and go through and actually post this, as I didn't make up anything, but I still got sued. And
Bro, the moment she said she only has one body, I was like, bullshit.
you can take it from me, getting sued sucks. But honestly, after seeing that video, they kind of deserve it if they're lying like that just to promote her OF content. And of course, McKinley is friends with a girl who uses her younger brother, who is a minor, to promote her OF. So naturally, she goes for a similar strat.
Would you rather have this girl or this Urus?
I'm taking that Urus.
Urus?
Yep.
All right. Would you rather have this girl or this McLaren?
McLaren.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, sorry. All right. Would you rather have this girl or this blue Lambo?
Lambo.
Still?
Still.
Not good enough for you?
No.
Oh my gosh.
So that video was actually made while she was dating Jack and, you know, signed or involved in his agency. So I wouldn't even be surprised if he orchestrated that. But using a 12-year-old to promote that kind of content is absolutely...
He was probably behind the camera. But at the same time, it's not, I wouldn't put it past him to use something like that to promote her OF. Whether it's it was probably his idea. But even if it was her idea, he probably like super agreed with it and shit. But it's not surprising. Like, that's who he is. That's who they are.
Absolutely unacceptable. The signs were there all along, even before Lacey noticed. But this is apparently how Lacey responded to Jack's donations.
Jack Doherty calls Lacey broke, says he would never be able to afford what he can. Well, you think I'd give a... That's the issue with him, is he thinks everything in the world is about money when it's not. I'd rather have less money and be a decent human being than be him and have more money. That's what y'all are saying check calm for? You think I care what that little pipsqueak says about me?
Yeah, valid response. And this entire
Very
thing
valid.
perfectly sums up everything wrong with Jack Doherty as a person and honestly as a content creator. Jack's only problem is he's built this entire personality around having money. So now that he's making less money, it's clearly very much eating at his ego. I feel like now that he's making less money, he's like overcompensating by like recklessly spending to show, hey guys, look, I still have money. I promise I still have money, guys. Even though, I mean, odds are this guy's set for life no matter what, but still, he treats relationships like business transactions. From time to time, he commits felonies on live streams without even thinking about the consequences. And I guess it's kind of understandable because these consequences haven't even caught up to him. Because I guess when you're also surrounded by yes men, your entire identity is based on getting reactions from others online, there's no real incentive to stop. Maybe someday things will eventually catch up to him, but who knows if he'll actually take that as an opportunity to mature. Either way, this will probably not be our last video on this guy because I have a feeling he's gonna do some absolute dumb shit in the near future. But I'm exhausted. I've been up all night. I gotta go sleep. So I'm gonna end the video. If you're new here,
But yeah, I'm not sure if he actually has like as much money as Atozy thinks he has. I think he's running out of money quick, and he does not know what he's doing. Like, maybe his parents gave him advice to like put a certain amount into put money into certain things so that and let that grow. But the money that's in his accounts and shit, I think that's dwindling. I don't know, man. But he does have a following of an army of children, so whatever. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. But that is some desperate looking sad shit to see from someone, from a man, from a guy, from someone of the same gender as me. Like, nigga, what? But anyway, that's it for this video. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Link will be in the description below. So be sure to check out Atozy. And yeah, as always, peace and much love to you.